What is up, YouTube? It's your girl, Just Lyric Danielle. That's LYRIC, and I'm back with another video. So, as you can see by the title of this video, it's going to be a story time about how I met my first love. So, in 2007, I used to go to a church called St. Agnes in Houston. If you know anything about St. Agnes, they used to have a huge concert called Power of Life, and it was just like a really big concert that brought in like gospel artists like Kirk Franklin, Ty Tribbett, Mary, Dietrich Haddon. If they were big at the time, we had them at Power of Life. So I used to sing on the praise team, and my praise team leader used to like bring us the backstage and introduce us to the artists. So this particular year in 2007, there was an artist named, I can't say his name because everybody gonna know who he is. We're gonna call him Dot. So my praise team leader introduced us to Dot, and he happened to have his son with him that year. So my homegirl was like, girl, I saw his son, blah, 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 but I hadn't seen him yet. So I was like, girl, you tripping. After the concert, they always have a huge dinner. At the dinner, the artists would like come in and they would cook for them, and the people who worked at Power Life, we would go in and be able to eat too. So we were sitting outside on the steps, and my homegirl was like, girl, there he go. So I was like, okay. But she was like, he fine. Look at him, girl, he fine. And I was like, I didn't want to seem thirsty, so I was just like, yeah, he cool or whatever, he's straight. And she bust out laughing. As soon as she started laughing, he looked over at us, and I was stuck. Like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. Like, I was just like, I like your hat. And he was like, thank you. And that was it. Like, we talked a little bit after that, but not much. Like, it wasn't nothing crucial. So the next day, I saw my cousin, and I told her, girl, we met Dot's son, and he was so fine or whatever, and I completely dropped the ball. She was like, what you mean? I was like, girl, I went up for the shot, and the ball just like turned to water. Like, it fell out my hand. And I was like, all I could say was I liked his hat. And she laughed at me and laughed at me and laughed at me. But that was pretty much the extent of it until a couple of weeks later. So fast forward to a couple of weeks, me and my cousin went to my praise team leader's house because she used to like let us spend the night at her house over the weekend, and we would just like hang out and do stuff. So she told us she had a rehearsal that day, and once she got done with her rehearsal, we would go to the mall. So we was like, okay, cool. We get to the house, she rings the doorbell, and Dot answers the door. I did not know she sung with his group or whatever. So he answers the door. My cousin busts out laughing. It was hilarious to her. But we go in, and my praise team leader walks in, then it's me, then it's my cousin. And out the corner of my eye, I can see somebody, but I don't know who it is. So I look over a little bit, and we're gonna call him Mookie. So I look over, and it's Mookie. He on the piano with like some big headphones in, and my cousin is dying. Okay, Mimi is dying, and I don't know. Like, I don't know. It was like everything just stopped. Like, it was. I felt like I got set up. That's how I felt. But we was sitting in the living room, and Dot gave us the remote because it was like, if you want to watch something on TV, just watch, like, find something to watch. I don't know how we ended up outside, but Mookie went outside to talk to his friend. And I don't know how me and my cousin ended up outside, but we did. So my cousin and his friend was like entertaining each other, I guess, to give me and Mookie time to talk to each other. And we just laughed and talked outside for 3 or 4 hours. Like, it was so funny because we clicked instantly. It was almost like we had known each other for a long time. Like, everything just kind of fell into place then. But remember, we were like 15 or 16 back then, so everything was naturally funny anyway, I guess. But it just seemed like we instantly had a connection. He was riding around on his little brother's bike. He was funny, and that's one of the things that like drew me to him. He was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. So we exchanged numbers. I gave him my number and he gave me his, but he was no, he didn't give me his number. I gave him my number and he was like, I'm gonna call you when I get upstairs because I left my phone. My phone is upstairs. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. We'll make, just call me whenever you get a chance or whatever. So that night he called me, but I missed the phone call. So I called him back. Now it's like 11 o'clock. The whole time I'm calling him, I'm thinking he's calling me on his cell phone. He was calling me on his house phone. On his house phone, y'all. So when I call him back, it's late in the midnight hour, baby. It's late. And I had no idea. So we started talking or whatever. Like, we was talking every day, almost all day. Like, that's all we did was talk or message each other. This was back when MySpace was big. So we was like #1 on our top 5. That's how everybody knew we was together, because we was #1 on our top 5. We would do like the little MySpace backdrop with the little falling hearts and stuff. We had little matching MySpace names. Mr. and Mrs. in Love with the letter N. Y'all, we was so corny. But we like, that's just who we were at the time. So we got together August 11, 2007, and we stayed together for like 3.5 years. I think it was 3.5 years. But life got up under us, y'all. Like, it was crazy because we started to grow up and things were changing, and we argued about everything. Like, we could not talk about anything. We would go days without talking to each other, and then when we did talk, it was an argument. We argued about everything. So we ended up breaking up, but it was kind of mutual on both ends. I don't think either one of us really wanted to break up, but it was something that had to happen because we didn't want to hate each other in the end. And we don't hate each other. Like, he's one of my best friends now. I mean, I go to war for him. Well, maybe not war. I don't like guns or bullets or deserts or military people yelling at me. Maybe not war, but I'll fight any fat girl over him because you're not gonna play with him. But that's just the type of relationship that we have now. I go to him on things that I wouldn't normally go to other people about because I know he's gonna be honest with me, and he's gonna tell me the honest truth whether I want to hear it or not. And he's gonna be blunt about it, and it's probably gonna hurt my feelings, but I can't take it personal because I know it comes from a place of love. So, I listen to him, and if I want to take his advice, I do. If I don't, I don't. And he'll yell at me about it later. But he was, and still is, like an intricate part of my family. Like, he became really close to like my parents and my nieces, and I won't say my sisters because my sisters don't like nobody. But I mean, everybody knew him. So I still get people that see me and they like, how's Mookie? And I'm like, call him and ask him, because I don't know. We don't talk every day. It's not like we have the type of relationship where we talk every day, or we like, it's not like that. But he still is one of my favorite people, and I enjoy getting on his nerves. I do. I enjoy bothering him. I enjoy making him upset. It is a hobby of mine, and I'm very good at it. So if anybody wants to know how to get on his nerves, I'm the one to call. But yeah, Mookie, if you're watching this, love you lots. Don't like you, but I love you, and that's all that matters. But that's gonna be the end of this video. Now y'all know how I met my first love, and yeah, it's not that interesting of a story, but it was big for me because it was the first time I liked somebody. That was my first relationship. I had like little middle school relationships before that, but none of them really counted. Like, that was my first like real relationship where I could like go on dates. My daddy would go pick him up and take us places. So it was like the first time I was really like in a relationship. So that's a big deal for me. Like, that was a rite of passage. I was growing up. I learned what I liked and what I didn't like in relationships. I learned what I put up with and what I won't put up with. And he did too, because I was mean. I was a handful, let me tell you, and I know that. So he was touched by the Lord to be able to put up with me for 3 years. But that's going to be the end of this video. Make sure that you guys subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Hit that notification bell if you want to keep up with my videos and know when my next video is coming out, because it's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. Damn. It's going to be lit. I don't even know what it's going to be, but I know it's going to be lit. So make sure that you check out my other videos. When the next little screen slide up, it's going to have some little video suggestions. Check out one of them videos. Watch it. Enjoy it. Subscribe. Share it. Tell your homegirl, hey, Lyric got some lit videos. She's coming with them bangers every time. She is hitting us with them bangers. So we're going to subscribe. Period. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.